Okay. First, let us understand how to create a global action in the Visualforce. Then I will try to compare with Lightning global action, how we are going to create. If you go to Classic, in the Classic, how do you create a global action? Setup, create. So we can go with where was that global action? Global action. Go to the global action. Right. So when I say global action, where are these actions displayed? First, let us see what are the existing actions we have. Email, log a call, new case, new group, new lead, new opportunity, new task. All these are what? Global actions. Generally, when you say global actions, you'll be finding here. Quick action. Generally on the page, if I want to create a contact, what should I do? Go to contact and click on the contact. Then I'll get it. But here, if it is a global action, this can be added anywhere on the pages. On any page we can add, on any object we can add. This is not related to an object. This is not related to a specific object. These actions can be added anywhere on any one of the pages or any one of the object. These are not specific to a particular object. They are global. That's why they are called global actions. Now, new contact. When I say new contact, on the same page, on the detail page only, we are getting contact. We are not navigating to another object. From the same page, I want to perform some quick action. Global actions are nothing but a quick action. I want to perform some quick action like creation of lead, creation of contact, creation of case, sending an email, posting a message, posting a chatter. All these are what? Quick action, which are generally called global action. When I say global action, they are not specific to any one of the object. These actions can be added on any one of the page. Now let us go to context. When I go to context, what are the same actions we are finding here? Global actions. Now, how do you control these global actions here? Click on edit layout. What we are finding here? You're finding quick actions and your object specific action. These are all object specific action. This is a mobile and lightning. This is a classic. This is a classic. This is a quick action in the mobile and lightning. This is a quick actions in classic. These are the quick actions in mobile and lightning. These are object specific actions. Now there are three actions we are finding on the page layout. One is a classic quick actions. Other one is mobile or lightning specific action. Third one is record specific action. Now we are going to the quick action. Look at this. Quick actions. If any action is there, we can select this. New lead, new group, new opportunity. I add them. New lead, new group, new opportunity, right? So how we are adding in the page layout? Go to quick actions, add the quick actions in the classic view, right? Then how do you create the quick actions in the classic? I hope you got the point. Quick actions are nothing but global, which can be added on any object, any page. Next, setup, administer, setup, build. Then we have create, global actions, global action, new action. Then they're asking what type of action is that? Creation of a new record, sending an email, log a call, Visualforce, custom canvas, lightning. I can choose any one of these and create my own component. Let us say create a record. Which object record? Any label, standard label, or you want to create your own label? Customer. Then we say Now when it's a quick create, which field should be there? Name, phone, industry, type. Annual revenue. Then we had ownership, account ownership. Where is that? So no issue. Number of employees. Organized. So when you say customer, a new account will be created. So the moment you create this action, I have to publish publisher videos. Publish it. Go to administrator. If you have any different layouts, you can choose it. But I have only one layout. No issue with that. Okay. But if you have multiple layers, you can define. Then you go to the page layout, add this global action to the page layout. I hope you're good. This is what? A classic. In the classic, I can create a visual force page and add global action. In the classic, what I can do, go to the global action, new action, we have created this. Now, add the fields, whichever the fields you want. So, creating a global action. Here I can say, instead of choosing creation of record, I can choose a VF page. When you click on this, I can choose a VF page. How? New action. What we have? Choose the object which you want. Now, in this area, what did I choose? I have chosen VF page. Now, in the lightning, I will choose lightning component. Remaining declarative is same. Declarative thing will be same in the lightning as well as in the classic. Programmatically, here I have selected a visual force page as a quick action for the classic. In the lightning, I will be choosing as a visual force. Okay, lightning component. In the visual force, in the classic, I have chosen visual force as a standard component. Now, in the lightning, I will be choosing lightning component as the corresponding action. Are you clear? In the visual force, I have selected classic. I have selected a visual force page. In the lightning, I may choose with the lightning component. Okay, basic idea. But if you want to implement the same story, in the lightning, how do you create? Setup, switch to then go to setup, objects and fields, object manager. We can choose your choice. Now let us understand this, boss. This is with respect to account I am creating, but am I interested on creating the button with respect to account? No, I want some action to be made as global. If it is a global, look at this. What are these? When I click on the plus sign, new event, task, contact, all these are what? Global action. If I create a global action, it should be added here, not here. These are what? All these are what? Object specific action. These are the object specific action. When you click on the plus sign, whatever the buttons we are getting there, it is a global action. Do you want to create a object specific action or you want to create a global action? That is a question. So what is our requirement now? We want to create a global action. If you want to create a global action, first we need to understand two elements. What is that? First element is there is an interface called force colon lightning quick action. What is the interface? Force colon. So we have no display here, no issue. So we have force colon lightning quick action. Let me show you here. Let me show you the basic idea. Then I'll come back to my own program. You're not getting a standard documentation, no issue. Now, look at this. What was this called? Quick actions. When you want to create a quick action, there is an interface what is required. What is that interface we require? Here we have force colon chalo. This is also a critical part they have given. Only declarative they have given. No issue. Just thought of showing you some theoretical information, but let me see if I can show you the theoretical information. Otherwise, I'll type it. So, if you really want to create a lightning component, if you want a lightning component to be used as a, if you want a lightning component to be used as a global action, then the component has to implement a lightning quick action. There are two interfaces: lightning quick action, lightning without, okay, quick action without header, lightning quick action without header. There are two things. Let me show you. Yes, here, look at the point. So what was the interface we had here? Lightning implements lightning quick action. If a component implement this interface, only the component which implement this interface, those components can only be used as only those components can be used as global action components. Only those components which implements lightning quick action interface, only those components which use lightning quick action interface, only those components can be only those components can be used only those components can be used as a global action. Only those components can be used as a global action. Okay, let me give you a basic level example. It is not giving, you don't find any theoretical notes anyway, so fine. Let me create my own notes. So before I start writing the program, are you comfortable with the phase in which we are going, or anybody has time constraint? No, right? Everybody is comfortable with the same, right? If you want me to cover the topics quickly, I can go for it. If you are comfortable with this phase, it may take 1 or 2 weeks extra, but you'll be able to learn it. If you want me to cover the topics quickly, I can cover it. If you're comfortable with this phase, or should I speed up? Right. Now, because duration is slightly increasing, so I'm making very clear at the beginning only. Later on, don't come on me saying taking a lot of weeks for syllabus. Comfortable with that, right? Now, lightning component. So when you're going with the lightning component, look at this. Action. This is the component. So what is the tab here? Lightning quick action. We are okay. Lightning quick action. Choose this. So component implements force lightning quick action. Now I'll just give a basic information. Right. This is the component what I created. Because the component implemented lightning quick action, I can use this component as global action. So how do you create a global actions in this? If you want to go with the lightning again, switch to lightning experience. Setup. Now, so what we have? User interfaces, platform tools. Under this we are finding user interface. Under the user interface we are finding global action. Go to the global actions. New action. No. Create a record, send an email, log a call. These are common. Visual force you have seen. Lightning. Now look at this. Only one component came. Account test came and global. Only two components came because there are only two components which implemented a lightning quick action. There are only two components which have implemented this lightning global lightning quick action. So I told global action one. Define height and everything is your choice. we are comfortable with that height, you can give it. Then we have label. Calci. Global action is created. Now go back to the application. We didn't create any functionality. We just created a simple component. We started giving a functionalities on that. So go to the plus sign. Now is it added here? We have created a global action. We are supposed to go and create. We are supposed to go and create global action we have created, but we are supposed to go and add the global action to the event. So how do you do that? If you want to add, once you create it will not be sufficient. Once you create it will not be sufficient. You are supposed to go to the page layout and add the global action. If you don't, I told you, global actions are not added. You are supposed to go to the page layout, add the action. So I'll go to setup. Any object you take, let us say I'll take lead, page layouts. We have mobile and lighting. If it is a classic, we have used quick action. If it is a lightning, mobile and lighting. So in this, look at this, you will be finding our action. What is that action we created? Right? This action what we created, or what is the action we created? Come again? CLC. This is the action. Select this action, and this is lightning. Now if you try to add this under this, it will not add. Why? Because Salesforce Classic Publisher. This is Salesforce Mobile and Lightning. We added our action called Calci. We go to global action. Why it was not displayed here? Not visible. Edit page. It was supposed to be added here. There is some bug from my end. Let me check what is the bug. There is some bug from my end. Let me check it one more time. So what did we do? Select the action, add the action, then the mobile invite will be seen, but it has to be displayed here also. Let me cross check boss. There's some bug from my end. Let me cross check what was the bug. It was our code actually. User interface, global actions, publisher layouts. It was our action.
It is not yet added, Satish.
Yes. Now we moved it. I created the action, but I have not published it. So what is the mistake I have done? I have created an action. I added in the page load, but not published in the published. So we are supposed to create a global action, publish it, then go for it. Okay. So let us create one more time. So what is the way of creating the global action? So setup, platform tools, user interface, global actions. I'll remove the calci option first. Okay. So calci. So what happened? New menu is opened. New menu is opened in the screen. Right. This is a test message. This is a test message, right, boss? So what I'm doing, go back here. Now why it is giving an error message now? Because they're added to the global actions. I need to remove from the global actions the action which is already there. If you want to delete it, remove from the global actions, edit. Go back to the lead. So I'm just trying to delete what is already available. Go to page layouts. Okay. Go back again. Setup. What I'm doing, setup, user interface, platform tools, user interface, global actions. Create a new action. Now let me create a new action now. If you want to create a new action, what is the primary thing that we require? We require component. How do you create a component? Lightning component. Lightning quick action. If you enable this, you get implements force lightning quick action. Now I'm giving here. First name, last name. So this is how we have created a component. Now go back. How you create this? Setup, platform tools, user interface, global actions, lightning component, and have global action too. Where is it? EMP name. You want to change the icon. If you have any default icons, if you have any default icons, you can choose it. We can upload the documents. We can choose the icons. Save. Then what is the next one I have to do? Go to the global actions. Publish the global action. No. Right. So go back to this. So we have EMP name. We click on the EMP name. This is how we got last name, first name. So quick action. This is a quick action. Now it is up to your choice. Now when you click on, you can create a buttons there. When you click on that, you can go to controller, get the records, insert the record, whatever you want to do is the same operation. Now here only the difference is how to create that action. Once you click on that, a component is increasing. On the component, you can define events. On the component, you can call a controller. On the component, you can apply a logic. Rest all the thing is going to be the same way what we have done till now. Are you clear with this? Rest all the things are going to be exactly the same way what is going to happen. Okay. Now if you look at this, we have header with the title. Now we also have lightning action, quick action without header. Now we had one more component, lightning quick action without header. If you go to this, now this is a quick action which is running from this global action. Generally, this pop-up will be coming here. This will be having a layer on the top. The header layer will be there. The header layer we can skip off. The header layer, the title layer is there. This header layer we can skip off by using this. But what we can do, go to the lead, go to the record. So where are those global actions here? Fine, it's not getting applied here. So look, not an issue. We'll come back here. So what we have done in this case now, created a quick action. Now I hope you followed what is the difference between a object specific action and a global action. Okay, let me have a quick theoretical information here. Actions are classified one is global action or object. Global actions are not specific to the object. We can add the global action any page. So create global action. declarative global action. When you say declarative global action, setup, platform tools, user interface, global actions, platform tools, global actions. These three are declarative. Choose action as create a record, log a call, or send a email. You say declarative. Choose the standard label name. Enter. Choose the object. After saving it, you are going to specify the fields. Look at this one more time. Setup, platform tools, user interface, global actions, new action, create a record, choose the object, customer name, then save. After saving it, then you are supposed to manage the fields and click on save. Again, choose steps vice versa if you want. Choose the fields, then publish the action. Publish the action. When you want to say publish the action, what is the navigation again? Setup, same story. Choose writing in mobile. Choose lightning and mobile. Then this is a declarative. This is a declarative. In the declarative, what are the actions we have? Creating a record, sending an email, or a log a call. Now the same thing is programmatical. Programmatical is choosing the visual force or choosing the lightning as the action. Okay. Now we are not interested on the visual force. We are interested on the lightning. Lightning component as global action. If you want to define any component as a global action, then it has to then component, the component has to define then the component has to implement it. If you want to define any component as a global action, then that component has to implement a force lightning quick action interface. Right. Then I can give here. Boss will not be finding the theoretical nodes. I'm making very clear. You have such a lot till now. So copy the nodes properly. This is how I have created. So if you want to create any action, client side actions or anything, it's your choice. You can define it. Right, boss? Then how to add it? How to add it? If you want to add it, the same procedure should be done. Once you create this, adding the action will be same procedure. Only thing is, instead of adding the fields, I told add the fields. The only that fields will not be there. Rest all the procedure is going to be same. Rest all the procedure is going to be same. So here, choose the component. Publish it. The same story, but only thing is we are choosing the lightning component. Now I made it a simple, but we are supposed to go for a Apex class. The extension can be there. We can define Apex class, insert the data using an Apex class, or I can go to client side controller, call the client side controller. I can go with the LDS, create a record. I can go with LDS. I can go with the events. Now it is a component. In the component, what all the things that that can be defined, we can define it. Only to understand this concept, I have made it very simple. A simple card I have taken with first name, last name, and name. But you can do all the functionalities, whatever we have done as of now, we can implement here. So when you go for the quick action, the component will be called. Whatever that is possible with the component, all of them can be defined here. Right, boss? Okay. Now this is what? Global actions. Now let us go to object specific action. Now, how do you define object specific action? In the Visualforce, how you define object specific action? Object specific action. How you define object specific action? In the Visualforce, we will go for a concept called standard controller. If you want to create any new button or you want to override any one of the existing functionality, I can do with Visualforce page or a JavaScript. I can go with a Visualforce page or a JavaScript. Overriding the standard functionality or building custom functionalities on the standard page is a concept. When I say object specific action, the same concept is available in the Visualforce in the form of extensions. Okay, let me first give you that information, then I'll come back to this. Now, how we are going to implement this in the Classic? I used to go to setup first. Let us see this. Developer console. I defined here standard control equal to account. Go back to this. Setup, build, customize, object. So go to the object. It's an object specific. We are overriding the functionality of a particular object or defining extra functionality on a particular object. So we are going to the particular object, buttons and links. New button you want to create. Then what is that detail page button? I can go with Visual Force or a JavaScript or a URL. Visual Force or a JavaScript or a URL. Let us say if it is a URL, what I can do? Slash. So what does it mean? When I click on this button, salesforce.com/account ID. Now I want to implement a JavaScript. We need to give require s4 require session ID. Now we have Ajax toolkit, right? s4.connection.login, s4.connection.create, s4.connection.update. We got Ajax performing a DML and SQL queries using JavaScript in the Salesforce. We remember that concept. In the Ajax, we have a concept of s4.connection.login, s4.connection. Okay, s4.connection.query, s4.connection.update. We remember that functionality, right? That functionality I'll be defining here. So when I click on this button, I want to say s4.connection. But before that, we need to give. Okay, let me not wait. That s4.connection. We can define. This is JavaScript. Now I can go with Visual Force. I can go with the Visual Force. If I am going with the Visual Force, only one page is coming. Why? Only this page? We have a couple of other pages. If you want to create any button on the object, if you want to create any extra button on the object, that page, that Visual Force page should have standard control equal to that object. On the account, if I want to create extra button, when you click on the button, you want Visual Force page to be opened, then that Visual Force page should have standard control equal to that object. Right. Now, we have standard controller in the Visual Force. Same concept is implemented in the Lightning with what? In the Visual Force, if I take standard controller, same concept in the Lightning is implemented with what? LDS, Lightning Data Services, where I told record data, target record, target fields. The LDS is LDS is a counterpart of standard controller in the Visual Force. In the Visual Force, if you have a standard controller, Lightning counter controller, okay, Lightning we have LDS, right? So whichever the object you want to create a button on that object, we need to choose the Visual Force. Same thing, this is what we are doing in the Lightning Classic. The same thing if I want to implement in the Lightning, we have this object specific action. So whatever you are doing with the standard controller with extension, standard controller with extension, extension with standard controller, extension with standard set controller. We have a concept, right? Standard controller with extension, extension with standard controller, extension with standard set controller. Okay, creating a list view buttons, creating a detail page buttons. Do you remember these concepts? Right? Okay, we have done like pagination examples. We have done with the same concept, right? Same. Now, if you want to do that, no boss, I want to override the button. If you want to simply override the button, what we do? I want to override a new button. Edit. Override with the Visual Force. So when I click on the new, this functionality will be coming. What I'm doing, whatever the standard functionality they have given, that I'm overriding with my custom Visual Force page. This is what we are doing in the Classic. The same functionality, how will you implement in the Lightning? The same functionality, how will you implement in the Lightning? To implement this functionality of overriding the standard buttons or creating a custom buttons on the standard pages, we will go for object specific action. Now, which components in the Lightning, in the Visual Force, if you want to use a Visual Force to override any one of the button, that Visual Force page should have standard control equal to name of that object. In the Classic, you want to override the button with the Visual Force page on whichever the object you are overriding, that object should be defined as standard control in the Visual Force page. But in the Lightning, if you want to override any one of the standard action with a Lightning component, if you want to override any one of the standard action with a Lightning component, that Lightning component has to implement an interface action override. Are you getting? If you want a component to be used to override any one of the standard functionality, if you want a Lightning component to be used to override any one of the standard functionality, then we are supposed to go with the interface called action override. What is the interface? Action override. What is the interface? Action override. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Clear? Are you getting my point? Action override. If you implement this interface, we can use that component to override any one of the standard functionality or to create a custom functionality on the standard pages. Again, I repeat, if in the Lightning, if you want to create any object specific action, then it will ask you what type of action you want to use. URL, JavaScript, Lightning component. URL, JavaScript, Lightning component. URL, JavaScript or Lightning component. If you want to use a Lightning component to replace the standard functionality, that Lightning component has to implement an interface called action override. Action override. I hope you are good with this, right? Okay. Now, whatever the object specific action you are creating, this object specific action, where you want to give? You want the action to be on the detail page. If you want this to be on the detail page, then we need to go for flexi page available for record home. You want this component to be added on the record home page. Now we are going for flexi page available for record home page. How will you get this? Let me give you the basic idea. If you are going for a creation of Lightning component, we are almost done with these interfaces. Let me give you clearly. Lightning tab, still not done. Lightning page. If it's a Lightning page, what is the purpose of this? Lightning page. We have used that. When did you use that? Lightning record page is for what? Has record ID. Quick action, just now we have done. Has record ID, quick action. Now you want to use this component in any page of the object, then we go for Lightning page. Lightning page. If I choose this, we are going to get a has record ID. Has record ID. Go back to this. Flexi available for record home. Flexi available for all page types. You want for all the page types, you can choose this. No, I don't want for all the pages. I want it to be only for record home page. On the record home page means when you open the detail page of a record, this component should be displayed. Then we'll go for available for record home. Has record ID, you want to go for LDS service. LDS service we have has record ID. What is the other component we have? Force. What other component we have? Lightning action override. Right? I hope you are good. So, if you want this component to be used to override a standard functionality, it has to go for Lightning action override. Remaining two things I require in case if you use LDS. When you click on a button, some page will open. You want to display a particular record. On a particular record, you want to save a record. You want to delete a record. You want to update a record. Then generally we go with what? LDS. If you want to use LDS, we require this. Otherwise, you don't require. As simple as that. Right? Okay. Now I am giving it. Right. Component implements Lightning action override. Okay. Now it is a case sensitive. Let me copy it. So go back here. How do you create? Which object specific? I want to go with account. I want to create that record on account. So we are going with setup. What we have? This is specific to account object. Global can be used anywhere. This is only for account I am creating. button settings. What do you want to replace? New button you want to replace? You want to replace a new button? Edit. Lightning experience override using lightning component. What is the component you want to use? Look at this object action 1. You got only object action 1. Why? Because only that component has implemented that interface. Okay, so go to the account. These are object specific. What is the action that we created right now? What is the action? New, right? We got a new. What was this object here? Account. Account. What is the action here? Click on the new. When you click on the new, what do we got? This is test. Now, actually, your standard component was there. Standard component was there. That was replaced with your custom component. Now we got only this is a test page because I have overridden the page. Now we'll design one by one step. Okay. First, we are just looking at how to create a object specific action. Go back to this. Replace it again. Right, boss. This is the standard page layout what we have this here. Now I also want to create the same. Basically, when you click on the button, it is coming as a pop-up model. This is called pop-up model dialog. This is called model dialog. Right now, what I am creating is a straight away replacement. If you want to go for a model dialog, there is a separate component for creating a model. Lightning model is there that we can use. But right now, we are going with only displaying the data on the page. So what do you want to do? Let's go back to this. Let us go back to this file, new component. Lightning action override. So here we are going to create. How you create a LDS? Tell me. How do you create a LDS? Your attribute. We can make it object or we can make it then we are going to create force raw ID. Then we had target fields, targeted or target. Sure. Then we had fields. So what are the fields we have? Name. Now, if I want to use the properties, we have one more concept. What is that? Instead of giving all this, I want to create a form. What is the concept we have? Record edit form, record view form. There automatically properties will be applied here. Or else what we are supposed to do? Input field. I was supposed to go with the input field. Generally, that input field is coming on record view data, record edit data. If I want to create an icon, what is the icon we have? Icon. Then we can go with then I can create. You want to create a button at the bottom. How do you create? You are set type action. You are set type actions. You remember the lightning card properties? One is for setting the title, other one is setting the footer. We can set the title, we can set the footer, we can set the action. When you set action, it will be coming on the right corner. Header, footer, title, footer, action. Title, action, footer. Title, action, footer. If you want to create any this is how I create it. Now, when I click on the button, it will go to client-side controller that will read the data, that will insert the data. That will read the data, that will insert the data, right? So, what we want to do on the client side and server side operation is your choice. I'm only making the functionality how to create an action. Now, on this component, what you want to do is your choice. Okay. So, let us go back to this. Go to the lightning. Click on new. Standard functional is not replaced. What did I modify? Not applied like this. Okay. Let me go back and see. This is so custom. I told you already. Now it is coming as a page. You don't want to do this. We have an attribute. What was the attribute? Lightning model. There is a modal concept here which we can use. There is a attribute called modal using which we can do it. Not available here. Okay. There is a modal concept is there. There is the pop-up box. The pop-up box is called a modal concept. Using that we can achieve it. I'll do an example coming classes. So this is simply replacing the component. So if you want any action to be displayed here, how do you display? These are actions of the card. Set actions. This is set title. This is set photo. Now you can define whatever the logic you want. I hope you are good with this. So what was this? Overriding the standard action or creating a custom functionality on standard pages. This is called object specific action. This is called object specific action. Everyone has followed this? Okay. Now still there are some threads are there. Once I complete the threads, I will be going with the complete example. Still there are some threads here. Okay. So what are these object specific actions? Point specific to action. These are used to override these are used to build custom components. Next, if you want to override standard buttons, custom component, then we have to use, we have the component has to implement an interface of the component has to implement an interface of, like we have just seen the template structure. The complete functionality we have not seen. How to override. When you click on the page is coming, then what you want to do with the page is the custom functionality, right? I hope you are good with this. Let me create this. I'll make it simple. Then how do you do that? Click on the tab. Otherwise you can do navigation. Setup. Object manager. Choose the specific object. Choose buttons and links. Choose the button. Edit. Choose the component. This is standard way. Other way is go to the particular object, open, click on the tab. When you click on the tab, we get a edit page. You can click on the tab. When you click on the tab, straight away you will be getting edit page. When you click on a tab, go to setting, we get edit object. You can straight away do from here. That is a standard navigation. This is a object. Going and click on the tab, go to that object and do it. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now, so we have seen object specific action and global action. Now we need to go with one more step here. There is a toast message. Toast message means once the operation is done, you want to print some message here. The operation is closed. Like generally, what happened here? You create a status message at the bottom. Action status. What will happen in the action status? What will happen in the action status? Operation loading, operation completed, operation pausing. So that I know that the operation is done or not, operation started or not, operation closed or not. Like that. Here also I can put a toast message, which will be coming on a top. Let's say in the last classes, we have done LDS. When I click on a creation of new record, a record is saved. But I am not getting any message that record is saved. So what I used to do? I used to go to the object and click on the record and see record is created or not. But instead of that, I want to print the message there itself. I want to print the message. So how do you create this? Here it is called as a toast message. Right. Now all the individual pieces what I am giving now today, all of them should be combined to make one example. Right. So what was the toast message? Let us see. How do you create the toast message? Here we have navigate to look at this. What we have here. E stands for event, standard events. Event for, tell me one location where we have used this E. In what type of event handling? Application level event handling, we gave E colon event name, right? So E colon force colon event name. E colon C. We have given E colon E dot C colon E dot C colon E dot C colon we have given. Here it is a standard action. Because it is a standard action, what we have done? E dot force. What is the namespace? Force. We give E dot C because it is a custom namespace. So here also E dot force is the namespace of the event. What is the event? Show toast. For this event, how do you set the parameters in the event? If you want to pass the parameters in the event, how do you pass it? If you want to pass the parameters in the event, how do you pass it? How are you passing? What are you passing? Like a key value. We are passing like a key value. The same story here also we told toast. When you say toast, how we want to pass? Toast message dot set params. Key value. Toast key value. Now then you are supposed to find it. So toast message, we just give a toast message. We want to find the message. Now what is that? File. Any event in the previous class also we have done. If you want to find the event, dot file. So what was that? If it is an event, if it is an application level event, how do you give? $a dot get. Then event, application level event, E dot namespace. If it is a custom namespace, you not define the namespace, then we have used C. Now this is a standard action which is defined under force. So E dot force colon, what is the name of the event? Show toast. Right. Now if you want to pass any message, if you want to pass any parameters, then dot set params title message. I hope you got my points. Got it? Right, boss? So let me give you this example first. So let me go back. We got a button here, submit. Controller. Get. So what you are supposed to give? E dot C colon colon. We are giving the event. Then we are supposed to set the parameters. So that's what I have given. Let me give you a copy paste of it to avoid the naming conventions. Avoid the naming convention issue. Then what we are doing? My event dot parameter should be passed like a key value pair. Then we are supposed to find. Right. Okay. Go back to this. What was this? Like a pop-up message. Like a pop-up message we are getting a toast. Right. Now in the LDS, when I save the record, we will be getting a message. Record saved successfully. Or record not saved. Record saved successfully. Record not saved. Right, boss? Okay. Next thing is, if you are creating a record, when I click on save, it will go to okay, client side controller, save the record. We already done, we'll implement it. But some threads are there, as I told you. Let us do the small threads first. When I save the record, whichever the record we have saved, once you save the record, we are going to get a record ID, right? Once you save the record, we get a record ID. Now, whichever the record ID I am getting, I want to navigate to the record. Generally, what will happen when you save the record is saved, it goes to that particular detail page. Okay, in the previous examples of LDS, when you save the record, still it is on the same page. We manually went to that record and see. But what I want, once the record is saved, I want the record to, okay, I want the navigate to that particular detail page. In the Visualforce, we used to do page reference P equal to new page reference, right? New page reference slash ID of the record, return P. The same thing here I want to do it. Once the record is saved, we are overriding the standard button. When you update, message should come. Record is updated successfully. Take me to that particular detail page. Record is created. You need to get a message. Record is created successfully. Take me to the detail page. So how do you navigate? How do you navigate from this? We are overriding okay. To override, we are using a component. We are implementing interface. If you want to refer to a record, we are going to use LDS. Lightning Data Service, and we are going to go to client side, verify, data will be inserted. At the end of the game, we are going to insert the data. We already done that in the previous example. Now, once you have done that, how do you navigate to that particular record? Right. So, it is also one of the standard event. It is also one of the standard event. What was that? Navigate to S object event. Navigate to S object. Now look at this. What is the event name? Navigate to S object. It is also a standard event. So what was this? E dot force colon navigate to S object. Now we need to give which object. You navigate to a particular record. Now we need to pass the record. So what I'm doing, record ID equal to ID of the record. Now once I send this data using LDS to the Apex class, in the Apex class they are going to save the record, or else if I use LDS, record will be saved, we get the record ID. Because in the record data, force colon record data we have URA ID equal to record ID. Whatever the ID we have taken, we are storing in an attribute. I can simply say, get me that ID. Once you know the ID, I know how to navigate to that particular record. If it is a edit page, anyhow we are going to pass the ID in the URL, which is stored in the force record data, I can use it. No, it is not LDS. It is not LDS. We are writing Apex programming. Now we have created our own card in which we have input elements. When you click on a button, it goes to client side. In the client side, they are going to read the data, send it to Apex class inserting the record, sending back the ID. Then once you know the ID, how do you navigate? It is also what type of action? It is also what type of action? It is also a standard action only. Defined under what? Force colon navigate to S object. Force colon navigate to S object. I hope you are good. Force colon navigate to S object. Let me copy paste this. Have you followed this? The same story I am giving, I'll give a static ID. Instead of giving a dynamic ID, I'll give it as a static ID. Now, this is what I created. Now, instead of this, I want to give a static ID. Once you're done with this, I'll give the extension. Now we are given this ID. So let us go to the same object and do it. Now, let me execute. Click on the submit. When you click on the submit, we are going to the detail page of the particular record. This is how we have created. Right? We are going to the detail page of the record. Alright, boss. So what is the event we have seen? Navigate to S object. Now, what are the other actions we have got? We have seen two. One is toast message, other one is navigate. These two are clear? Right, boss? One is toast, other one is navigate. Okay. Then, with that combination, we are supposed to define one example. Look at my example. Meanwhile, I will create the notes for you. Now, I want you to create this example. I want you to create this example. Everyone, look at this. I want you to create a card. I want you to create a card. So, my card. New account. No LDS. We are not using any LDS. Okay. Only based on IDs. This is the structure. So what I want, when I click on the new button, when I click on the new button, when I click on the new button on account, this page should open. Once I enter the data, I'll click on save. Once I click on the save, it will go to the client side controller, invoke an Apex class. In the Apex class, I have a method called create. It is going to insert the record and going to return you ID. Once the record is inserted, it is going to return the ID of the record. Once you get the ID of the record, right? Now we get to the detail page. Now we got the combination now, right? First, when you click on the new button, we are going to get this page. In this page, when I click on the save, go to the client side, read the value of name, read the value of phone, read the value of industry, pass these three parameters, pass these three values as parameter to the method in the Apex class. Right. Now, once you pass the three parameters, the Apex class is going to insert the record, going to return you ID of the record. Once you return the ID of the record, using this ID, navigate to the particular detail page. Right. When I click on the cancel, now I have to, when I click on the cancel will reset the data and show toast message. Saying that data is reset. Data is reset successfully. We need to get a toast message saying data is reset successfully. This is my functionality. Now, from where you start? First start this example with Apex class. Everyone start creating the Apex class. This example we are going to start with Apex class. Let us start the Apex class. In the Apex class, how many methods you require? Only one method. The method required. What is the name of the method? Create. Name of the method is create. How many parameters we require? 3 parameters. Name of the method is create. 3 parameters. In that method, what you are supposed to do? Insert a new record. Insert a new record and return the ID of the record in the form of what? String. Because I gave it as string, right? What is the return type I gave? String. Okay. Chalo, start creating the Apex class now. People feel that everything I got. Now write the program. Looking at the screens, you don't write anything, boss. Now create the Apex class, everyone. So how did you do that? If you want to create an Apex class to be available, so it should be public class, and mother has to be enabled. Then right? Am I right? We have just created an Apex class. Then create a create a lightning component. Then we just created this Apex class. Then create the lightning component. This is Apex class what we created. Create the lightning component. Create this lightning component. Now when you want to create a lightning component, I took a lightning card. So what are the things that you require in the lightning card? What properties you are supposed to look at the lightning card? Now we require title, footer, body. Now if you want to create any action, what you are supposed to do? You are set attribute equal to action. 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 I require here. Now what is the action I want to create? Here I don't want to create a button, I want to create a button group. I want to create a button group. So how do you create a button group? How do you create a button group? Lightning button group, lightning button 1, lightning button 2. Okay. Now create this component everyone. So what are the things that we require? Lightning card. This class is okay, right? Everybody is good with this class. Right. Then create the lightning component. So this lightning component is used for what? Overriding the new button. Whatever the new button we have, that new button should be overridden. So what is the interface we have to implement? What is the interface we have to implement? If you want to override the standard buttons, what is the interface we have to use? Lightning action override. Yeah. Start creating the component. Start creating the component. If you want any component to override the standard functionality, then lightning component, then implements you require lightning card. Icon name, because I require a icon. Then we require buttons. We require buttons. Then we need to give type equal to. So we are, what is that? Type equal to. Then define. Then within this I was supposed to give lightning button group. Then we're going to give label, save. This will be created as a buttons. Then we require lightning input lightning industry. Right. Then we have created lightning card. Anybody finding difficult with this? Right, boss? So all the three concepts what we learned from the beginning of the class, we are including them. We learn them as individual components. We want to include them and make single functionality. Right? Then what you are supposed to do? Create a functionality. What was that? My save, cancel. My save, no cancel. Create a JavaScript functionality. Function. What is the function name? My save. Component. Event. What you are supposed to do? Read the value of name, phone, industry. This is how we create. Then, how do you call a method? Tell me, how do you call a method? We got the parameters, we are supposed to call a method where action equal to component dot get c dot. Am I right? Component dot get c dot create. Create is the method invoked from. Now for this method you are supposed to pass parameters. How do you pass the parameters? Action dot set name phone industry. Right. Then we are supposed to, we are calling a method with parameters. People are copying. Complete the program. You never change. You never leave a mid page. Complete the program. Then invoke the action. Now what is left out? Callback action is left out. What is left out now? Callback action. Create the callback action. How do you create a callback action? Action dot set callback. We are reading a component, reading the values, passing the parameter. Then what was the format? Action dot set the callback. What we have? This function. This function response. In the function response, we need to check the status where state equal to then check the state. If state equal to success, with the state equal to success, what we are supposed to do? Get the return value. State is success, get the value from the method. What is the method giving? Record is equal to response dot get. Then once you got the return value, you are supposed to create an event. How do you create an event? Component dot how you define it? We want to call an event $a dot get e dot force colon navigate to S object. EVT dot set params. Set params. Then EVT dot. So once the record is saved successfully, it is going to get the ID. Once you got the ID, it is going to fire to file. File means navigate to that particular record. Once the record is saved successfully, navigate to that particular detailed page of the record. Did you get the context? Clear? Okay. Now complete the remaining method. What is the method? Cancel. Define the cancel method. How you define the cancel method? How you define the cancel method? Reset the values of name, phone, industry, and print a toast message. Okay, so toast. Now complete the example. I have written the major functionality. The remaining functionality, start creating it. Boss, if you don't make an attempt, you will not follow. As simple as that. At least if you make an attempt of writing 30 to 40% of the content, you understand. Later, if you look at the code, at least you feel like you know this. helper. This is what we got, and we are going to create the event now. Then we have show the event dot. We have then fire the event dot. So this is giving complete customization of your standard functionality. So when you click on the new button, custom page is coming. I am entering the data, clicking on the button. When you click on the button, record will go to server, save the record, navigate to that particular record. When you click on the cancel the reset the data and show the post message. Alright, I hope you are good with this overall combination with respect to what we have done earlier and what we have got today, all together one example. Right, boss? So make an attempt from your own end to create one or two examples. Right. So that's all from my end for the day. And tomorrow we'll continue. And tomorrow class will be at 10. At regular time at 10 o'clock I'll be starting the class. So that's all from my end.